Hi, I'm Steve Gross. I started my journey as a young man, as somebody who was following the wrong ways, was definitely a sinner of drugs and alcohol and womanizing. And then I thought it was time in my life to start a family. And so I started with a church family and started to learn about Jesus Christ's sacrifice for me on the cross. And so I felt pretty good about that. I was living my life well. That's why I wanted to go, so I could do good works, and my children could grow up in a house where good works were being done. And I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for me for the forgiveness of my sins. But I couldn't believe that I was worthy of that. I knew that I was a sinner, a really good sinner or bad sinner in early years. Even though I had changed that part of me, I still was a sinner, maybe just a little bit less, maybe, I don't know. Probably not. So I really didn't think that I was worthy of that, and I lived my life trying to pursue things of financial gain and of material things and of personal success, and I lived that way a long time. And then this church family came into my life, where I actually started to learn, or being taught instead of being told. And that really changed a lot for me, because I came to realize that, darn right, I'm a sinner, and there's nothing I can do about that except that. And it really doesn't. God wants me to do good works, but what God really wants me to do is to understand that He is forgiving of my sins, and that I really don't have control over that. And so in recent weeks I've come to that comfort in my life, where I know that I don't have control over that, and I totally give myself to Jesus Christ, and so I can be saved, or I have been saved, because I know that I don't have control over that.
I'm April Gross. I was raised as a Catholic and baptized as an infant. I always had a strong faith in God, but struggled to relate to the message that was given in church. So after high school, I quit going to church and didn't really make any time for God. Eventually, this last summer, God brought Steve and I to Lakeside. The first time we were there, I really felt at home. It was the first time that I'd heard that you could actually have a relationship with God, and that Pastor Dave taught us how Jesus died for us, for our sins, even though I was not deserving. It's just such an amazing feeling to know that because Jesus gave His life for us, that I will be able to spend the rest of eternity with God. And a verse that I prayed about a lot when I first started coming to Lakeside was Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, He shall direct your paths. I had a lot of trouble being humble and asking for His help and for His grace. I finally knew how to be humble, and I got down before the Lord. It was, I surrendered to Jesus in the early hours of January 12th. I was jarred awake in the middle of the night with visions of Jesus dying on the cross for me. Why me? How could I be so lucky to have such an amazing God? I truly understood the depth of His grace and mercy. I begged for His forgiveness and declared my trust in Him and Jesus as our Savior.
Okay, Kurt and Gary are going to baptize them at the same time here.